part two. Um, I did forget to mention in my last review where this has just become like a cultural phenomenon, be- just for the simple fact that there are that many people who were able to pause tonight, whatever they were doing. If they were going out to a party, a movie, um, some kind of social setting that engages a lot of people, and they were able to put whatever is it, and maybe even if, like, say the person was going through depression or something like that. I haven't seen this level of enthusiasm for an artist. I mean, Beyonce brings it, but for some reason her concerts, I don't know, they're still like taping them or something, because I know Renaissance did get to theaters, but it never streamed. So it's like, what happened there? And then now the Cowboy Carter is now done, I believe. And then I think she's working on her third album. So when are you going to release the concerts? But anyway, for people who just weren't privileged enough to purchase tickets. But I haven't seen this much enthusiasm and fervor, and for it to literally, because this is unheard of now. If this was the 80s, the 90s, I mean, I remember when, Michael Jackson was going to release a new video, or any artist of that particular decade, the 80s and 90s, and a new video was going to drop. And it literally, like, made everybody stop in their tracks. Maybe we kind of experienced that sort of during the TRL kind of phase where, if like NSYNC was going to drop something, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera. But ever since we've evolved with our techs and our tech gadgets and the immediacy of our phones, videos, yeah, some people kind of like wait on YouTube maybe for midnight or whatever, but it's not the same thing. People are kind of like, oh, catch it. And maybe even this too, it's streaming live. And people might be like, well, I may see the replay of it. But from what I'm seeing, the fact that he has a pulse on viewership like this, I've seen people who literally rearranged, rescheduled whatever they had for the weekend to take out the screens, the whatever, projectors. They were able to stream it from their phone, from their laptop. It has, it's giving very much a throwback to when we didn't have the privilege of and the luxury of our phones and technology to watch it whenever at the convenience, and you still can see it whenever you want to. But the fact that people were still so inclined to watch it as the live feed at the same time it was playing simultaneously live in Puerto Rico, that tells you something. That not only are you an artist and a well beloved artist, but it is a new level of, phenomenon. And not for nothing, too. This is a quick observation, too. Because at least he's mindful and thoughtful of all the predecessors that came before him. He definitely went out of his way to be respectful and letting people know. That's why I'm saying there's like a whole like history lesson throughout the whole concert, which is unheard of because most people just kind of do their thing and then get off the stage and they're not trying to educate. And I give him props for doing that. But that moment, spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen it, Mark Anthony comes out singing Preciosa with Bad Bunny, and you can see, and you can see in Mark's eyes, like, he knows, like, this kid has been able to, like, surpass a number of artists, including himself. And that's not to discredit Mark. Mark is still hot and still is making music and is still relevant in the music industry. But you can't help but think, and I feel like I could read it in his face. Like, do you know the amount of stuff that all these artists had to do and could never really penetrate mainstream quite like Bad Bunny? You know, so he is standing on those shoulders of like Mark Anthony, all those people who were like pounding the pavement just to get seen or be taken seriously in the 80s and 90s. You know, even today, I think it's still a bit of a struggle bus, but the fact that this man has been able to literally cause a stir like this and stop everybody in their tracks to tune in. I mean, this is to the level of like Michael Jackson, I'm telling you. You can quote me on that. This is the level of Michael Jackson where people have literally like, oh, what are you doing? I mean, the buzz was everywhere this week. Are you gonna watch the Bad Bunny concert? You're gonna watch the Bad Bunny concert, and you're like, yeah. And I swore I was only gonna like tune in for like a couple of songs and maybe just kind of switch it off. I watched the whole thing and I was impressed. So bravo to you, sir, Benito, and I wish you much success, brother, because you really are doing it. You're really out here killing the game. So and bending it and twisting it and turning it on his head and surpassing where necessarily others couldn't achieve. So bravo. I can't recommend it to you enough. Like I said, run, don't walk, and stream his concert currently screening on Prime Video. So, all right, y'all. Till next time, XOXO, Nerdy Girl. And leave me a comment down below. Did you watch? Are you feeling the same way? Do you feel seen like I feel seen? Was it an educational, legendary moment for you like it was for me? Please let me know. All right, y'all. XOXO, Nerdy Girl. Bye.